Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at Uzaki-chan episode 4 and reviewing it on multiple levels. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Let's just get straight into this. If you don't know, in Japan there's a thing called Golden Week, and I think most of the time people take time off, and this is where they do like deals and stuff like that, and sales and stuff, and it's a holiday, I think. So they mentioned this one in Uzaki-chan in this one. So Sekirei is over at the coffee shop, and they say, hey, we're going away on holiday. You can, like, you know, you've got a week off. You do what you want to do. So what does Sekirei do? Rather than go to like hot springs or something, he goes straight to playing 72 hours of playing video games straight away. And Uzaki just turns up to make a house call. And I thought this was nice. You know, it's one of those things where you'd be like, oh, cool, someone's coming over to play video games or just to hang out while I do this. Now, I kind of wish that they don't do this. This is just a one-off. But she does like a series of like a knock where it's like ding dong, knock, ding dong, knock. And I would have loved if this was a thing in the series where she does multiple things and that's it, like multiple knocks all the way through. I think that to me would have been kind of like perfect. But alas, I think it only happens once. So this is genius. So Uzaki knows exactly what's going on with him. She knows that he is going to basically be playing video games, and like, you know, she knows it because he's a loner. But they play this thing like Pokemon Go, and it's with the cats. And there are multiple cats in this one. Because Sekirei wants to go with Uzaki because he feels bad for her looking after him all the time. So with this, like, he agrees to go, and he's been playing the game, but no one really plays it, so he kind of like left it. But he constantly catches gorillas, where she catches different versions of the cats. And then there's a shiny, they put a shiny one in, but it's the cat that always makes the face, and there's like different versions of it. Now, Sekirei starts complaining that he starts having like his eyes are strained and so on and so on. And this just meant to me that you've been playing video games for 72 hours straight. So of course your eyes are going to be horrible and kind of sore. So, you know, and also, how can you stay up for 72 hours? Why aren't you fully asleep? You know, I couldn't function after that long. I'd be like, bleh. So they start thinking about going to get him glasses, and they go for this entire thing where he's got glasses, he tries different ones on from different animes and stuff, and you kind of see that they start making fun. So they've also met up with Ami as well, and she's a bit annoyed the fact that he's been playing video games and not doing like relaxing and having time off. So with Uzaki, as well as everyone, like they're kind of like having a go at him. Well, to be fair, it's only Ami and Uzaki. And I love the fact that they get him to try glasses on, and he does this whole like kind of pose and stuff, and they're like, there we go. That's exactly like a main bad guy would be and stuff like that. So that kind of made me laugh a bit. Again, it kind of adds in a bit more kind of adultness now. So you have the entire element where they're on the train now. And at first they're fine, they're catching like the animals on the Pokemon Go type app. But then it gets to a point where they get to a station where everyone crowds in, and this giant gorilla, which is, I don't know if it's Forte, but it kind of reminds me because that's what Sakurei's been catching, pushes him against Uzaki, and her breasts literally push against his chest, and he's like, oh no. And you know he likes it, but he's trying to think of things that won't get him aroused, and he starts thinking about like grass and then sky and then calm picture, and then it happens, like he calms down. She doesn't like the fact that he's not speaking, but it gets to the point where I think he gets pushed in a little bit more, and his like something snaps inside him, and he just literally stands there staring. And Uzaki gets off the train. She's like, this is our stop, and he doesn't hear her. The doors close and the train goes on, and he just winds up in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the thing. And I think it was just the way that it cut to the point where she's like, huh? Where are you going? Senpai, senpai, senpai. And then suddenly he's just in the middle of nowhere, which made me giggle a lot. And I was just like, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now there's another scene that made me laugh in this. And It's Sakurai's at school, and he sees Uzaki-chan lying down on this kind of bench, and she's super bummed that there is no more holidays coming up, and the fact is there's nothing there. And he feels a bit sorry for her because he basically was on the train and he was in the countryside. So he suggests later on, says, hey, let's meet up, let's do something. And she acts so surprised, like literally she's like, oh my God, what the hell? And she says a line, something like, hell's frozen over, it's definitely frozen over. That's the reason why it's raining outside. And I just burst out laughing because it's just the way that she's like, oh my God, because she doesn't see him asking her like where they want to go or want to do something. And I just literally just started laughing at it. That's the sort of comedy that I kind of really like in these animes. It kind of comes to an end, this part of the anime, where they've arranged to do something, but it's raining and there's a lot of stuff. And Sakurai's like, oh, well, might as well cancel this. He's about to call Uzaki, but Uzaki turns up at his house and she's completely soaked. And he's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, I kind of thought we could hang out and play video games. I went to the store and that's it. And I picked up all this sort of stuff. And now, the rain hit me a lot harder. And she's like, oh, can I just get undressed? Can I get a change of your clothes? Can I go off and like have a shower? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And she's like, oh, care to join me? It's just her cheekiness in this that I really like. Then they start cooking. They make some really nice food. He's kind of surprised. They play some video games and they really are enjoying each other's company. And then it kind of leads out to the point where he's walking into the train station. She says, hey, can we do this again? And he's like, yeah, cool. They do it the next day, but she forgets her wallet and they kind of go back to his place to get it. And I generally thought this is a really nice, wholesome moment. It feels like he's not shouting at her. She's not like being silly or annoying him. And it just felt like a really kind of nice, wholesome ending to this anime. I have to say this is becoming one of my favorite slice of life animes. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and watched something like this all the way through, if it hasn't got magical beams or superhumans or anything like this. So having that kind of like this palate cleanser is really nice. I'm really enjoying the anime. I think it is one of my favorites by now. And I can't wait for the Blu-ray release because I will be all over that because I absolutely really like it. So yeah, I wholeheartedly enjoyed this. Have you seen this anime episode? What are your thoughts? Do you like it? As my voice goes. What are your thoughts on this? Do you like Uzaki-chan or are you still on the fence? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Or in the next video, should I say. Why did I say episode? Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video.